Hi everybody, it's Miss Diana from the Wyndham Public Library giving you your outdoor adventure today. Now it's the middle of October and it's beautiful outside. I go outside even if it's raining as long as it's not too cold. One of the first things I want to tell you, and then we'll get right to the good stuff, is if you've never done it, give it a try. If there happens to be a foggy morning or foggy day or whatever, go outside. I stress to stay in your yard. And go outside and go in the fog. It's really cool, especially if it's thick. You can play hide and seek with your family members, and you don't even have to hide behind a tree or anything. You can just walk 10 feet away and you're gone. Woof. I wish it was a foggy morning because I'd like to show you how it works, but you get what you get, but it's a beautiful day anyway. So we're going to do a few things that are kind of fallish. As you can see, I have my pot. We are going to make a bit of a brew. I don't know if you've done this before, but if not, this is good. I love to be the first one to say, hey, great idea. You just need a bucket, a pail, a pan, some kind of stirring implement. Fill it with water. Well, don't waste too much water. I don't have a lot in here, but we're going to make a witch's brew or a warlock's brew or whatever you're into, anything yet. All you're going to need is a pair of scissors and some creativity, all right? So I have my garden. Yes, it looks like it's kind of dying, but not really. There's still a lot of cool things in here. So we're gonna just pick some herbs. I see over here we have some beautiful rosemary. We're just gonna snip a little bit off of there. Oh, and if you smell herbs, rosemary smells so good. I'm gonna put it in the pot. We have some lavender here. Just a snippet of lavender. So, another good smelling one. I'm going to focus on the herbs today. I don't know if you're fortunate enough to have herbs in your yard. If not, that's okay. We have a little thyme. Another good one. And you just kind of rub it a little bit. It just gave me an idea. We should plant an herb garden at the library. Thanks for the idea. Okay. This is definitely very fallish. We have some sage here. Special magical powers with that one. I'm going to cut one leaf off of that. Again, I said just open up your senses when you're outside. Fall smells wonderful, and so does sage. All right, put that in your pot. How about a couple more? We're just going to go for regular plants. I think this one, the funniest thing about this one is I didn't even plant it. It's oregano, and I think the birds did it for me, and I'm not kidding. All right, little oregano coming up. Give it a little touch of Italian. Yeah, that's good. There's another one growing there. This is thistle. This is so cool. And it's fun if you're really kind of sciencey and naturey. Pull them apart. See what they look like. The seeds are in here, and by golly, when you dump your pot, that might grow more for next year. So, come up with whatever herbs you want to do or whatever little plants. And if you're not into herbs, and that's okay, get the shovel out and you can dig up some worms and find some spider webs and make it really kind of spooky. You can do whatever you want with it. So then you stir it up. I'm not sure what we're going to do with it when we're done, but this is just to give you need to use your imagination. Just stir it up, and see what it smells like. And then we may have to pause for a moment. Alrighty, that's our cue to move on to the next station. Alright, enjoy your brew. I hope you can create some beautiful magic spells to do whatever makes you happy. Okay, we're gonna move on. We're gonna go over here. Follow me. Okay, now I'm not gonna ask, but I don't know how many of you have you ever raked leaves? And if you have, good for you. I hope you think it's fun. Have you ever raked leaves into a pile and jumped in the pile? I hope so, but if not, oh my goodness, you gotta do it. Rake leaves, it's actually really, really fun. You gotta do it. You just rake. Anyway, you get the idea. I don't want to have you watch me rake my yard. But make a really, really big pile and you can jump in it. Endless hours of fun. Not kidding. You gotta try it if you haven't tried it. Alright, so there's so many other things you can do with leaves. I don't know. Everybody says fall is like, eh, but the colors here, can you see the colors? I mean, we just used our smell. We can see things. It's so beautiful outside. I can still hear birdies and chipmunks. There's a lot of chipmunks this year gathering their acorns and whatnot. Okay, so yes, we've got the raking leaves. Yes, we have the jumping in the leaf pile. It's a little too small for me to jump right now. But another fun thing to do, we don't have a foggy day, we don't have a windy day, but when it is windy in the fall, a really, really, really fun thing to do is to try to catch the leaves that are falling before they hit the ground. What are the chances of a leaf falling right now? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Ah. Cameraman's doing a great job of trying to, anyway. It's hard. Ooh, oh. Anyway, I really want you to try it. Anyway, these are things that I'm just going to talk briefly about each of these little things I want you to try at home. These are to get you to get outside and have a lot of fun. All right, there's the leaf falling thing. Another thing I used to do when I was a kid is I'd sweep off either the deck or the patio or the driveway so there was no leaves. And again, it's got to be on a windy day. And then as the leaves blow back on it, you try to step on them as they're blowing by. It's a fun little challenge. Or if by some chance you have a hoppity hop, you can try to bounce on them with that, or even a pogo stick if you really want to challenge yourself. I don't even know if they still make those things. But anyway, I don't have a stream right in front of me, but if you happen to be on a hike somewhere where there's a stream going by, I got this idea from a Winnie the Pooh movie. We used to play Pooh sticks. Each of you take a stick and you drop it in the water and you kind of have a race to see whose stick would get to a certain spot the farthest. You can do the same thing with leaves. You each pick a leaf, one that's kind of shaped like a boat, one that maybe kind of curves up. I can't see, here's one here. It kind of curves up and it floats right on the water down. So you can do that. That's in honor of Winnie the Pooh. And have leaf races in the stream if you're lucky enough to have one nearby. All right. And then again, I may say you're probably like, oh yes, I've already done this before, but oh, there's some leaves falling over there. Leaf rubbing, if you've never done it, oh my goodness, now's your chance. Pick a leaf, doesn't even matter the color of it. You're gonna take a leaf. Get some crayons. And you probably have to pull the paper off of it. Here comes the cameraman. And you can see the leaf. Oh, you know, and I didn't even tell you. Put the leaf upside down, or try it both ways. You can kind of see it. This isn't coming out as beautiful as I'd like it to, but hopefully you get the idea. This is something you might want to do inside. And of course I've chosen the fall color to do this. Alright, and there's all different shapes. I have, oh my goodness, maple trees, oak trees, aspen, birch, whatnot. You got it all. Alrighty, so we're down to our last little thing I would suggest to do, if you're feeling generous, if you have the time and the resources and whatnot, is to, if you have a little extra time and there's someone in your neighborhood who might need a little help these days, go rake your neighbor's leaves and ask them, say, hey, can I rake your leaves? And if you do, ask them where they want them to be put. You know, do they want to be put in the woods? Do they need to go in bags? It's gonna make you feel good if you do something nice for a neighbor. Anyway, so we're gonna end on that on a good note. We always have good notes here. Alrighty, thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next month.